It's time now for the Bear Show News on this Thursday morning, August 20th, 2015. Oh, good morning to you all this lovely Thursday morning here, August 20th, 2015 here. Here are your news and eyes here, and our touch right here at 8 o'clock in the morning time on this Thursday morning here is... Three firefighters were killed and 4 others injured in Central Washington Wednesday battle in one of the more than 100 wildfires burned across at least 1.1 million acres in the western 40s, told NBC News. In an escalation in the tense situation in the region, North and South Korea exchanged fire over the heavily fortified border on Thursday, the South Korean Defense Ministry said. In Cairo, the Islamic State claimed Thursday it carried out a massive car bombardment in targeted Egyptian security forces in Cairo, calling the operation revenge of the deaths of civilians. Members earlier this year. St. Louis police arrested 9 people and deployed tear gas to break up protests that followed. The police killed an 18-year-old man who reported said pointed a gun at 2 officers. 2 planes carried civil parachutists rehearsed for an air show at Kladen Mitter in Slovakia, killed 7 people, a spokeswoman for the rescue services said. Since undercover videos that captured Planned Parenthood staff discussing fetal tissue donation were released last month, GOP officials in more than 10 states have claimed to launch investigations into the organization. Here, for decades, he was a best spectacled caretaker of some of the Syria's greatest archaeological treasures. He was explored the spawn ruins in his hometown, named his daughter Zenobia after its ancient queen that became so intertwined with Velma as how guardian of Syria's antiquities met a grisly death from ISIS. In Ankara, Turkey's election commission has proposed that any step parliamentary election should be held on November 1st. Officer World AK Party said. Monday's bombing in Thailand was unlikely to have been the work of an international terror group, the Thai government had said. Calais, France. Britain and France are fortified to security around the Channel telling Muslim intelligence efforts against traffickers in an effort to dissuade thousands of migrants from trying to make the illegal and sometimes deadly. In Denver, a state that has legalized recreational marijuana is renewing efforts to get teenagers to stay away from drugs, as Colorado is wanted a $2 million campaign on Thursday called What's Next, with a message that marijuana can help keep use. Fed can be constrained by a shifting growth and inflation outlook. Alex Kelly gained international infamy as a preppy rapist 2 decades ago while living in the adrenaline-fueled life as a jet-set fugitive in Europe, skiing, hang gliding, and mountain climbing for surrender and face rape charges in Connecticut. During the dueling town hall meetings Wednesday in New Hampshire, both Donald Trump and Jeb Bush made jabs at each other, with Trump saying Bush's crowd was sleeping during his event and Bush questioned Trump's political loyalties. Kazakhstan had fought steady currency tumbles. Qatar Energy, which owns oil fields in Kazakhstan, had fallen 6.1%. On worries E&P operations may be hindered by the cost of the U.S. Stocks, oil, and emerging markets currencies fell on Thursday, anticipating expectation for an imminent U.S. interest rate hike stoked anxiety about the health of the global economy. Houston, with oil prices collapsed under the company and retrenchment of federal auction in the Gulf of Mexico on Wednesday, attracted the lowest interest for the producers since 1986. In Athens, Greece received the first 13 billion euros of $14.5 billion from its new bailout package on Thursday, allowing it to pay a debt of 3.2 billion euros on the European Central Bank and avoid a messy default. Take a look at stock market report Dow 17,348.73, down 162.61, SP 5 2,079.61, unchanged, and Nasdaq 5,019.05, unchanged. It has just been announced that the West will return actor The Rock. Dwayne Johnson will star in Disney's latest action-adventure movie to the theme park ride Jungle Cruise. Shannon Doherty has battling breast cancer that worsened during a lapse in her health insurance caused by her former biz manager. Actress claiming the lawsuit filed on Wednesday. Former Subway pitchman Jared Fogle pleaded guilty to child pornography charges and to cross the state lines and pay sex with the minors. Prosecutors and defense attorneys that's after his initial appearance in federal court. International organizations creating overestimated emissions from China, the world's biggest producer of greenhouse gas because of problems in the way they calculate the data, said a study published in Nature on Wednesday. It's one of the rarest meteorological phenomena, and beach clothes were treated with saturated over an hour. An incredible fire rainbow floated in the air over the South Carolina Sunday, technically lingering so that can be photographed. United States scientists have invented a technique to get rid of an unpleasant carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. As a per the new method, the unwanted CO2 in the air will be taken to make carbon non-fibers. Work and long hours increases stroke risk, as major study finds workaholics may question whether spending so much time in the office is really worth it. Those working 55 or more hours a week are 33% more likely to suffer stroke, researchers suggest. A study commissioned by the Public Health England considered that smoking vaping electronic cigarettes is 95% less than dangerous than smoking traditional cigarettes. A prototype vaccine against a lung infection, MERS coronavirus, that showed promising results, scientists say. The published in journal Science Traditional Medicine suggests that vaccine guards against the disease of monkeys and camels. Miracle drug causes huge weight loss in diabetes patients, as it's called Lurigin, and it may be the best drug for the fight against type 2 diabetes. Here. Alright, look at that. New England and influence here at 8:05 here. A working fire in Bellingham, Massachusetts at 26 Pearl Street. Mutually aided route, NCC chilled to a side. It was a fire in the mill in Bellingham, and smoke showed from the A to B corner. Here. Peter Tell News Time, 8:06 says, start out for a sports report here. The Boston Red Sox defeat the Cleveland Indians. 6-4 to take 2-3 for the Indians and Sox to square off against the Kansas City Royals. The first of the 4-game series at Fenway Park started at 7:10 p.m. Here. Boston Red Sox owner John Henry and Chairman Tom Werner listed as Dave Dumas meets press yesterday for Fenway Park as he won't rush to search for a new general manager. Henry usually said about his first home run as it was the best moment in his career, and he'd never seen this moment before. Wanted to trade for second base, but Chase Elliott became an official on Wednesday. The Dodgers had still had some work to do making peace of it. Los Angeles Dodgers designate Alberto Canaspo now. Here, Channel News Time, 8:07 here on this Thursday morning here. Time out for a travel report here on this Thursday morning here. And look at the maps here. And starting off down and around here, where Route 130 on the westbound side of the Newport Bridge is a little slow here. 285 on the southbound side of it. So from Route 6 in Johnson all the way, we got an accident on 295 on the southbound side here. Around Route 14 in Johnson, so expect some delays here on 295 on the southbound side. So from Route 5 all the way out to Route 14 here. Route 295 on the northbound side. So from Route 37 in Cranston all the way out to Route 14 in Johnson here. 146 on the southbound side is so from Route 15 all the way out to Route 95 in Providence. 95 southbound side is so from Protected Air Scripts all the way at the downside of Providence here. 95 on the northbound side is so from Route 37 and walk all the way out to Wells Avenue in Providence here. 195 on the westbound side, so from Route 114 in East Providence all the way up to Route 44 in East Providence here. 495 on the northbound side, it is so for the Middleborough stretch due to an accident on 495 on the northbound side after Route 105 in Middleborough here. 28 on the southbound side, also down to the Borden Bridge here. Route 24 on the northbound side, also at Route 128 in Randolph here. Route 3 on the northbound side, so from Derby Street in Hingham to the Braintree split here. 95 on the northbound side, so before Route 128 in Kenton. Southeast Expressway on the northbound side, it's so from Quincy all the way out to the Southeast Expressway. Southeast Expressway southbound, so from Mass Ave all the way out to Dorchester here. Southeast Expressway northbound side, so around Route 203 here. 120 on the northbound side is slow from University Avenue in Dedham all the way out to Route 20 in Waltham here. Mass back in the eastbound side, so before Route 120 in the western here. Mass back in the both ends, so for the Newton going in the Mass back eastbound, so for Newton all the way out to the Austin Brett tolls here. Mass back in the westbound side, so from Logan Airport all the way out to the Pruitt Tunnel here. Doing an accident in the Mass back in the westbound side after the Pruitt Tunnel here. 120 in the northbound side is so from Dedham all the way out to Route 20 in Waltham. 120 in the southbound side. So for Route 3 in Burlington all the way out to Route 2 in Lexington here. Doing an accident on 120 in the southbound side. So after Route 2 here. 495 in the northbound side. So around Hopkinton in here. 93 in the southbound side. So from Medford all the way to the Zanker Bridge. Route 1 in the southbound side is low from Chelsea all the way out to the 93 in Charlestown here. 290 in the eastbound side is slow through the Worcester stretch from 146 to Route 9. 495 in the northbound side, slow to Hopkinton stretch here. 120 in the northbound side, so for Route 95 all the way up to Danvers and Beverly here. Route 3 in the southbound side, it is so from 495 in Lowell all the way up to Billerica. 495 in the northbound side, so from Westford all the way up before Route 3 in Lowell. 495 southbound, so after Route 3 in Lowell to Westford here. Route 3 to southbound side, also for the bareback stretch. 93 to southbound side, it's open for Route 120 in Windham, New Hampshire here. And on the Spalding Turnpike to the southbound side, get an accident in Dover around. Up in Dover here. So expect some delays around that area of Dover on the Spalding Turnpike in New Hampshire here. And the main turnpike is good from Augusta, New York, and both ends via Portland here. Okay, look at that MBTA alerts here at 8:10. Subway system is looking good on the conveyor rail, looking good. Ferries are looking good. Clear Channel News Times now 8:11 here on this Thursday morning here. Time now for a weather report here. And the latest on Tropical Storm Denny here. The 5 a.m. advisory here. Zero location 12.2 to the north, 43.7 to the west. Maps the same winds, 50 miles an hour. Moving west at 10 miles an hour here. And we got two more disturbances in the Atlantic. A surface stroke. Interacting with upper level low is produced in the area shots of thunderstorms to the southeast, southwest of Bermuda. Non-tropical low pressure system is expected to form within this trough in the western Atlantic during the next day or two, and if our conditions should support some tropical subtropical development over the weekend while this disturbance moves slowly northward here. And another tropical wave due to close Africa produces some shots of thunderstorms. Environmental conditions are forecast to become marginally favorable for some development of this system on the weekend while the waves move westward at 53 miles to 5 miles over the tropical Atlantic. Formation chance for 4 hours. Low near 0% formation chance for 5 hours. 5 days, low 20%. Okay, 7-day forecast goes like this. Today, here's some fog before 9 a.m. Otherwise, skies start mid-morning, the gradual clear but higher 85 degrees and calm wind becoming southeast wind 5 to 8 miles an hour in the morning. Here tonight, here's the fog. Otherwise, most skies can low at 6 degrees in the east, but about 5 miles an hour. Becoming common in the near. Friday, chance of showers at thunderstorms may after 7 a.m. Some storms could produce heavy rain. Areas of fog before 11 a.m. Most of the skies having 82 degrees and calm wind becoming south at 6 miles per day after the precipitation is 40%. No rain for miles of less than a 10 inch. Except amount possible thunderstorms. Friday night, chance of showers and thunderstorms may after 11 p.m. Some storms produce heavy rain. Price fog after 9 p.m. Skies low at 600 degrees and calm wind. Chance of 30%. New rain for miles less than 10 inch. Except amount possible thunderstorms. Saturday, showers and thunderstorms likely be in between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. Price fog before 9 a.m. Skies low about 81 degrees and light east wind. Chance of 6%. Saturday night, chance of showers and thunderstorms may after 3 a.m. Price fog otherwise. Most of the skies low at 6 degrees and chance of 30%. Sunday. Chance of showers, patch fog before 1 p.m. was. Most skies have at 80 degrees and chance of 40%. Sunday night, patch fog was. Most skies low at 65 degrees. Monday, chance of showers after 10 a.m. Patch fog before 9 a.m. was. Most skies have at 81 degrees and chance of 40%. Monday night, patch fog after 9 p.m. Otherwise, most skies low at 63 degrees. And Tuesday, chance of showers, patch fog was. Most skies have at 84 degrees and chance of 30%. Tuesday, most skies low at 61 degrees. And for Wednesday, skies have at 81 degrees. Here, not temperature at 8:13 a.m. 75 degrees for both skies. Humidity 88%. And that is great for the Peter Channel Morning News here on this Thursday morning, August 20th, 2015. Please have a good morning. We'll give us a see you at noontime for a 12 noon report. Have a good morning.